Hello to all of my swell neighbors. It's your favorite gayest neighbor in the universe, Postal Pickles. And it's finally about damn time that fat cunt Connor finally got what he fucking deserves. Now some of you may be wondering, who in the flying fuck is Connor? Well, now calm the everlasting fuck down, I was getting to that part. So Connor Murrow's a CTCProductions or Connor Stone is a spiffer who's a complete asshole to anyone who doesn't like his community or spiffs in general, and he always tries to accuse people for something vile despite what they didn't actually do. How it all began, when a user called Dragonclaw Revolution caught Dynasty Noble, who was a massive cunt who was a groomer, made fun of someone's aunt passing, and even posted a whole video of Ronnie McNutt on YouTube, before they took it down, for still interacting with a lurking a cartoon anime fan 2000 who was a butthurt creep who's obsessed with the character who was a teenager. Connor messaged her in a very butthurt way and even falsely accused her for making fun of people with autism, yet Connor said the R-word 2 or 3 times. Then, when Dragonclaw replied back and called Connor out for being an oblished shithead, Connor immediately blew a fuse and blocked her afterwards. Then around March, Connor just made a worthless post in Dragonclaw for being the worst person on this planet, and which is the part that pissed me off, because I thought he would have moved into his fucking life instead of causing drama all, because a call-out post back in November 2022, but it seems not. And that's where I came in to teach him a lesson on how to not to harass people and made a get swim video out of him. As Connor saw the video, he got very pissed off and even sent me death threats, even though the video was obviously satire based on what his personality is towards users in the internet. You want to know how hypocritical Connor says? He said that he's not a stalker, yet he continued to make stupid posts in a bunch of nobodies who trolled or called him out instead of owning up to his actions and leaving them behind. He's been exactly the same person and never willing to change. He's been harassing Dragonclaw, me, and even some other mutuals of mine who were attacked by this bozo. I should mention this, when he made a post on DeviantArt, where I was mentioned along with other users, as Nazis, and even had the fucking audacity to say that we're even worse than Hitler. Yeah, for people who's been calling him and their members out is way worse than the amount of genocide that a dictator has committed. Honestly, I can go on forever chewing him out, but I don't want to drag the video along longer than it already has. Then just to jump through, and to make his grave much more deeper, he even made people who have been going through abuse and even made a user go through a panic attack. I was very enraged, and the rest of the people on Twitter rebelled against him, and a user who goes by the name The Oral Warrior made a document about Connor's wrongdoings. When the document was released to the public, Connor was very desperate to take it down, but thankfully Aura kicked him off. After all of this, all of his accounts were taken down. I would either assume that he closed them down for himself or his family members were finally aware of his actions when the doc was released. And that ends of the Connor saga. It was hell dealing with him, but we finally put him into his place at last. Before I close the video, I really wanted to thank you all, including Mr. the Amazing Dude, Dragonclaw, and the Oral Warrior, for the amount of support and making this document possible. And I wished for people who went through him a very speedy recovery. This is Postal Pickles signing out. Goodbye.